It is Thriving Thursday. I'm so glad to be back. Welcome back for all of my fellow friends who follow in and tune in every single Thursday. And if you are new and this is your first episode, welcome to the channel. We love to just talk about fun topics here and have a good time. So today I have a special guest with me. Zara, would you like to say anything? She wants to eat the microphone. So Zara is our husky pup for those who are new. We have two, but she's one. She's amazing and she's so sweet. Yes, you are. And anyway, she wants to be here with us today. So she's going to be here. And if she has anything to say, I'll just hand her the mic. Yeah? Okay, cool. All right. So I hope that you guys have all been doing well. It's been 2 weeks. I miss y'all. I'm sorry if I left you hanging and you were upset. Shout out Isaac Guzman. He was like, bro, I didn't have anything to watch on my lunch break. I was like, I'm so sorry. And he was so mad at me. I'm making up to you, brother. I'm sorry. No, it's just been a lot happening these past 2 weeks. For starts, no, don't leave. Okay. For starts, I started a new job as a barista. I'm now working at CJ's Cafe. And I love it. It's been really, really fun. Just getting to be in a different environment. I haven't worked too much in food industry, but I mean, it's a coffee shop, so it's kind of different. But it's just been really fun. And it's my summer job. I've mentioned before, but I am in the middle of finishing my bachelor's degree in psychology, and I plan to be a therapist. So with that in mind, I needed something for the summer that would keep me busy and just bring in some extra money. And well, I found the spot. So I started a whole new schedule, and I've just been like kind of figuring that out. Also, it's finals week. So for any of those other college friends out there, I feel ya. I'm praying for ya. I know it might be a little rough, but stick through, and we're gonna make it, and it's all gonna work out, and it's all gonna be okay. So that, and Ricky was sick. Praise God, he's doing a lot better now, but I don't know what was going on. Just something with, I don't know, maybe like a sinus mixed with a cough. I have no idea. This weather out here in Texas has been just crazy, changing from being hot to being cold and rainy, and then back to being warm, and then breezy and windy, and allergies are everywhere. It's just crazy. But I'm glad that he's doing better. For anyone else struggling with allergies, I hope that you start to feel better soon now that the weather should be calming down and just be getting warm. Cannot wait for summer. Summer's my favorite. I love just being in the sun. It's great. So that, and I guess another thing, which I kind of mentioned on my story the other day, yesterday, is that I've been struggling with my eczema. Well, not my eczema because I'm not claiming it, but the eczema skin condition that I've been having is now back, and that really sucks. Especially because I just shared a video on that about 2 weeks ago, and my healing journey, recovering journey from it, and it was so weird that I haven't had anything with that situation happen, and then like all of a sudden, like it came, and it's just like really bad. It's been to the point where like I leave work and I have like cracks of blood in my skin just because eczema causes your skin to be so dry. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but it's like super, super red. Like all over my hand, my fingers. I have it all up my arms, kind of on my wrist. I was just able to put my wedding ring back on today, but I've actually just been wearing the band because my fingers have been that swollen. Like I could not put on my ring. Took me forever to get it off. I had to have Ricky like literally pull off my ring, and it hurt my fingers so bad, but my fingers are just so swollen. And it's been hard. And if you're someone that's struggling with a skin condition or just, I don't know, acne or maybe just whatever it is, I want you to know that you're not the only one, and it's okay to be frustrated about those things and situations, just as long as we don't stay frustrated about it forever. And as long as we're making sure that we're actively doing something about it, whether that's actively praying, actively seeking medical attention help, which is something that I've been doing. I just got accepted for Marketplace, so now I'm having to go through that whole shenanigan of, paying for insurance out of pocket. And now I have a doctor's visit scheduled for next week, and hopefully I can get back in. The only thing that's ever helped me is the injections called Duplicent. If you're someone that severely or struggles severely with eczema or psoriasis, I suggest Duplicent. It's awesome. Every other week, and it's just in the leg or just a fatty part of your body, and it really helps. What it does is it helps your immune system, and that's what it goes for, which helps your skin. And so it's great. But yeah, it was tough, and I wrote a poem, just of how I felt. Um, and not to sound like someone that's complaining, but um, it's so easy to talk about things when we've overcame them, but while we're going through them, it's not very easy to talk about it. And right now, I'm going through it. It's caused me emotional stress, mental stress, spiritual stress, because here's this thing that I prayed for and that went away, and I found something, and all of a sudden it just came back. And can't lose faith, can't lose hope. I still have hope, but there's still moments of frustration that come with that. And so, whether you're waiting on getting pregnant and you're struggling with infertility, and Mother's Day is coming up, and you might be saying, I've been waiting to be a mother and I still cannot become a mother. And I had a miscarriage, when am I going to have a baby? Whatever, like that, maybe that looks like for you. Like, I think that the Lord is faithful, and that everything that happens in your life just happens for a reason. And I truly believe that, like, what's meant to come into your life and what's meant to be is going to happen. And, so whether it's that you're struggling with, and just the season is tough because it's bringing those thoughts to you, or you just struggle with acne and it causes you insecurity because it's really red and just puffy, and everyone has clear skin and you don't, whatever it is, I just want you to have a little hope and have faith and know that everything happens for a reason, and not a single person is going to be perfect. And just because you don't look like everyone else, like, who says, why do we have to follow the standards of other people? Everything on social media could be edited, could be photoshopped, face-tuned, like whatever. Like, just because you see something doesn't mean it's real. And I feel like that's really hard in today's society, where it just everyone's constantly just so engaged with the trends and like what's hot, what's not hot, what's beautiful, what's not beautiful, but you're beautiful just the way you are. I may have eczema all over my hands and all over my arms, but I'm still beautiful. And not to sound conceited, but it's because I know my worth. I know who's given me this life that I live. I know who has created me. And that's me. That makes me beautiful. Who I am on the inside makes me beautiful. And I want to remind you of that. If you haven't heard that in a while, like, what's on the inside of you is what's more beautiful than your appearance. And I just want to uplift you in that. But here's a poem for what I was feeling when I was going through it. My skin feels like mosquitoes are biting me everywhere. Itchy here, itchy there. I'm itchy everywhere. All I want to do is scratch, scratch, and scratch to relieve the itching of the patch. But it's not just one patch or two. It's now quite a few. After the scratching, it's really red and bloody. I don't wish this upon anybody. Now comes that burning feeling of cracked skin that feels to be peeling. It irritates me that there's no permanent relief. There's no escape from this grief. I toss and turn at night, not being able to sleep, Because of all this physical pain, I just want to weep. When will this go away? Am I the only one who feels this way? And yeah, you're not the only one. There's always other people around us who are struggling with things that are similar to your situation. And maybe you are struggling with something that's just like completely different from this, but I want you to know that you're not the only one. And there's someone who is there with you spiritually, always there, watching over you and wanting what's best for you. And I just want to encourage you to feel uplifted. You know, the Lord cares about your struggles, and He hears you and He sees you. And I want you to just be reassured in that today, that you aren't forgotten, that that thing that you've been wanting for a long time, you're right about to see a breakthrough. The key to a change, the key to a breakthrough is persistence. If I'm not going to be persistent in this journey of praying and finding what's going to help my skin condition, there's not going to be a change. I can sit here in this place and just dwell in myself and, just dwell in this feeling of just pain, physical pain, but I'm not going to see a change. And it can be hard. Sometimes I just want to throw in the towel and just be like, I give up. Like, it is what it is, like, whatever. But how many times in life are we that close to doing something like that, and then we see something really big happen? And then that really big change was worth that persistence, And so whatever it is that has been on your heart and your mind, whatever journey that you've been walking through, like, continue to be persistent. Continue to seek what's going to help you, what's going to get you to that place that you want to be in. For example, me and my husband, we were just talking about debt, and it weighs more heavy on his heart than it does on mine, just because, like, I understand that, like, we aren't supposed to be in debt. And for being married for only 9 months, I think that we've cleared a lot of debt. And I mostly have the debt from school. And then, we just have like the cars and just like different stuff. And it weighs heavier on his heart than it does on mine, just because I don't feel like I have this mentality of like, we're going to get it done. We're going to get it taken care of. So I don't want to stress and worry about it right now. But anyways, the point of this is that I was going to bring up is like, it's so easy to just be like, oh, okay, I'm going to make minimum payments and spend a chunk of money elsewhere that I want to spend it, right? That's easy because it's like, I'm paying the minimum payment. It's going to get paid off. It's fine. But that accumulates and your interest accumulates, and then it's more money that you end up owing. And like, who wants to sit here and pay a minimum payment for the rest of their lives on something and just accrue interest and pay it off later? And then what you end up paying off later is just a ton more than what you originally owed. I get that. But if we aren't persistent in making more than minimum payments to pay off debt faster and quicker for our future, then it's not going to get done, or it's going to get done in a way that is less beneficial. That's less beneficial for us to have to pay more than what we originally even borrowed, So that was just like an example to throw in there, but you can fill in the blank with whatever it is that you're going through. And yeah, I think that seasons of changes are opportunities for growth. And so if you are also in a season of change, I want you to look at it with the lens of, what can I get out of this situation? How can I grow out of this season of change? Our outlook and our perspectives play a lot into our daily lives, because it can be easy to just be so overwhelmed with the heaviness of life and the busyness of life. I hate how busy life can be. I really do. And that's why I'm pursuing the things I'm pursuing with my husband now, so that in the future we can have a very flexible schedule. Because I just don't feel like we can live life to the fullest if we're always going to be busy. And we should be able to make time for things that are important. And I just feel like when you're really busy, it's easy to get caught up in that and lose out on really enjoying life and the things that are really important, like family, like friends, and just like the blessings of life. And so, if you're also in a season of change, I just want to encourage you to look around and see, how have you grown? How has this change? Maybe you've just done so well adapting and you deserve to applaud yourself on the back. Also, I think something that's really like important is taking time to like do something that you enjoy. And even if that's having alone time doing it. Guys might not be able to relate to this, but today I was able to go get a pedicure and a manicure. And just that hour and a half of going and doing that felt so good. And I simply just enjoyed my time. I enjoyed that hour and a half of just me spa time. Maybe for you that looks like reading a book. Maybe for you that looks like having a walk in the park. Maybe for you that looks like walking at the grocery store, driving to go get boba tea, like whatever it is. Like, I just want to remind you, if you haven't heard that affirmation in a while, to go and find something to do and enjoy, to get away from the busyness of life and the chaoticness and whatever stress that you're going through. Like, do that. I think that that's such a valid thing to find time for and to do. So I really encourage you to do that. And if you're not spending time with the Lord, I want to encourage you to do that. I want to encourage you to pray. It's been hard for me to find out how this new schedule is going to be for me, but it's still so important to push yourself spiritually, because when you stop pushing yourself, you get carried away. And I feel like that's a trap right there. It's just being busy. Because if you're too busy for family and you're too busy for friends and you're too busy for God, like something is really wrong. But that can be so easy to do. And so, yeah, that's my encouragement. That's been like all my life update, all my thoughts. And I'm so excited to be back with you guys. I'm super happy that this channel has just been so amazing. It's been such a place of just love and encouragement and everything that I aspire for it to be. And I can't wait to see what the future of it is going to be. And so that was all my encouragement for you today. I know it's a little bit shorter than usual. I'm not feeling too good myself now. I'm pretty sure it's just like all the allergies and stuff that's been going around. But I just want to really, that's all my encouragement. I just want this to be an encouraging episode, even though it may be like, how is she being able to encourage me right now? You know, I think it's so important to just be positive. You know, our words and our tongue is powerful. Our words are powerful. And so even like your attitude, you know, I feel grumpy, I feel sad, putting a smile on my face and forcing myself to smile creates a positive atmosphere and allows for me to be encouraging to other people. I mean, I've even seen it, you know, people coming in for their coffee at 7 a.m. For their day because they're going to have a long shift or whatever. And just being able to make other people's day makes me so happy, because this world can be really ugly and gloomy, and everyone has their issues and everyone has the things that they're dealing with, like we all do. And so like we just need more positive people. Like, we just need more happy people, like genuine, loving, happy souls that can be there to just encourage, despite the differences, even if you don't see eye to eye with the other individual, or you don't agree, like, you don't have to agree with them. You don't have to see eye to eye with the person to love them and to encourage and support them. And I think that we should all do that, because that's what we're called to do. We're called to love others and to just exemplify what love is. And love is smiling at another person even though you don't feel like it. Love is going the extra mile to make sure that that other person is okay, even though you don't feel okay. And yeah, that's my encouragement for this episode. I hope that it is uplifting for those who might be going through a season of change. Might be going through something that seems a little difficult right now, seems a little foggy. Let's stay persistent. Let's stay positive, and everything is going to work out and everything is going to be okay. And I'm right there with you. If you just feel like you need to reach out to someone, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to chat with you and to just be someone that can be there for you. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And stay tuned, because we have a special guest for next week for Mother's Day. And I hope that you all have had a wonderful and lovely week. And I hope that you have an amazing weekend. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love ya.